Dear students, very good morning to you all. In today's class, we are going to learn the fifth lab experiment. That is, we are going to write one more job program that explains us all about how to achieve the polymorphism in Java. See the aim given by the VTU, that is, develop a Java program to create a class named shape. That means we are writing one Java program. You are going to create one class named shape, as well as we are creating three subclasses, namely circle, triangle and square. That means you are going to extend this one as circle, as well as you are going to extend it as triangle and square also. That means it will be the superclass and these three will be the subclasses. That means you are going to learn single inheritance concept here, right? And see the next line over here. Each class has two member functions named draw and erase. That means we find these two methods in circle as well as in the triangle as well as in the square. These two methods we find within all the three subclasses, as well as we have written these two methods in the shape also. Here you can see over here class shape definition has been started here and definition is over. This is what we want to call it as a super class or the base class or the parent class, wherein you can see draw and erase methods are here. And here you can see the class circle extends the shape single inheritance. That is, we want to use this instance variable, that is the name instance variable from the superclass, that is protected type. Access specifier has been used as a protected. Protected means this instance variable can be accessed by the subclasses. Yes, we know it. Class circle extends shape, and this is the unique characteristic. Additional characteristic we are adding as a radius here. Circle means we need to provide the radius, right? So we have taken it as a private, and private access specifier is private for this radius, and it is double type. And here you can see one more interesting thing here is that constructor you can see over here. Name of the class is shape and the method name is also a shape. This shape receives one string that will be passed to the instance variable of the shape. It receives the name, same name will be assigned to the name instance variable over here, right? Constructor. As we know, all constructor works whenever we define object to initialize it, isn't it? Yes, you know it. And draw means it shows the name, erase means it shows the name only. But before that we are going to get the message like erasing a so and so. Yes, you know it. And here you can see in the class circle extend shape also one more method is there is a circle. That means it is a constructor. It receives the two inputs here, two parameters. One is string, one more is radius. Here you can see the contents of the main method. In the main method, in reality we are using one dimensional array. 1D array we defined here. What is the name of array here? Can you tell me? Shapes. Shapes is the 1D array. What is its size? 3. This array is of which type? Shape type. That means shapes of 0 is present, shapes of 1 is present, shapes of 2 is present. These three acts like objects here. Now shapes of 0 equals to new circle. We are passing two inputs over here. Whenever this object defines now, we are passing these two. That means these two will be passed to the constructor of the class named circle. Circle will be transmitted to the parameter named name here. Circle comes over here. And what is the radius we are passing? 5.0. 5.0 will be transferred to the second parameter, that is radius. And circle string will be passed to the super class. As we know, super is one of the method here. Here we are passing the received string constant as circle to the super class over here. That will be assigned to this instance variable name from the super class. Yes, I hope you know it. Like this constructor receives the name as well as the radius. Received parameters will be assigned to, name will be transmitted to the superclass, but radius will be assigned to its own instance variable, that is radius. Whenever you call draw and erase via the object of the type circle, these are going to work. So we get drawing a circle with the radius, this one we get back here. Erasing a circle with radius, the value inside this radius we get back here. Yes, that means what is there inside the subclass named circle. In the subclass named circle we have one instance variable as radius and one constructor. It receives name and radius. Name will be passed to the superclass and radius it holds for its own, and draw prints the appropriate message like drawing a circle with radius, erasing a circle with radius, isn't it? I hope you might have understood. Similarly, class triangle extends the shape. Triangle means we are taking two dimensions over here, one is base and one more is the height of the type double, and both are private. And again the triangle constructor over here, and it receives the name as well as the base and height. As usual we pass the name to the super and base and height for our own. That means we assign base and height for our instance variables, base and height. This dot base equals to received base, this dot height equals to received height. As usual again draw, but this time drawing a triangle with base, I am printing two values inside base and height with the appropriate messages over here. Whenever you call draw and methods via the object of the type triangle, this draw works, and similarly this erase works, no issue at all. And last one more subclass, what is that? The class square extends the shape. Square means we store only the one side, that is a private double side. This instance variable is of the type double and it is private over here. It receives the one string constant and length of the one side. That one name we are passing to the super over here, and this dot side equals to side. Here also draw and erase, but it prints the drawing a square with the side length side and erasing a square with the side length side. That's all. Afterwards the main class starts here. Shape demo, main method started. We defined one D array of the size 3. We defined 3 objects. In reality those are the 3 array elements. And circle we pass over there, and we are passing 5, and we are initializing the objects with the name and the radius, name and base and height, name and one side's length. And here you can see one important variation of using for loop in Java. This one I hope you might be knowing. Yes, you know it. Shape is the object of the type shape, isn't it? S capital over here, S small. That's why both the identifiers are separate here. Don't get confused. I am reading the contents of the shapes 1D array. What is the name of 1D array? Shapes here. I read the contents of this array one after another. That means first it will fetch shapes of 0, shapes of 1, shapes of 2. First time we fetch shapes of 0 over here, and shapes of 0 dot draw, shapes of 0 dot erase. That means we are calling draw and erase associated with shapes of circle over here, right? That means what will be the output? Drawing a circle with radius, erasing a circle with radius. That means draw and erase associated with the circle will be executed. So we are getting output like drawing a circle with radius and erasing a circle with so and so. I hope you understood. Similarly, shapes of 1, then we call draw and erase from which class? Triangle. That means we get these messages: drawing a triangle with base as well as height, erasing a triangle with base and height. Lastly, shapes of 2 will be called passed here. Draw and erase associated with the shapes of 2, that means square. We get the output like drawing a square with side length 3, erasing a square with side length 3. I hope you understood the code. It is so easy, you can remember it so easily also. One tip for you how to remember it for the internals or the main exam or for the VTU examination is that depends on you actually. You can write your own code also, but better remember the outputs first here: drawing a circle with radius, erasing a circle with radius. One question to you, whether draw and erase are executed from the shape class anywhere, whether these two are executed or not, drawing A or erasing A. We have not yet called those actually, and those are not going to work at all. Actually we are getting these messages because of the method inside the subclasses named circle, triangle and square. Yes, remember it is so easy code actually. First you remember one main class, that is the shape. It is having one instance variable, that is name of the type string and protected, and one constructor. It receives the name and it assigns to its own member. And this shape class is having draw and method. You may write or you may not. If you won't write, then also it works. You can try, right? No issue at all. Afterwards, class circle extends shape, and with one instance variable, that is radius, and circle, it receives the name and radius, and we pass to super, and we want to assign this radius to for our own, and draw and erase. Again similarly, class triangle extends shape, same thing, base and height remaining is same. And for circle, for the square, same method, same concept we are applying here. I hope you understood the program. Okay, thank you, all the best.